person you have dialed is not able to receive calls at this time. The person you have dialed is not able to receive calls at this time.
How does she want to reconcile anything? And now she got me blocked. How she want to talk about anything if she got me blocked? And she want to just keep the ball rolling with this internet shit. For clout. Cardi B said it best. They do anything for clout. Talking about I stalk and harass her. When the reason why I started doing these videos was because you was making all these videos about me for how long? And I just finally had enough. But now I'm stalking and harassing you and talking about leave you alone. Leave you alone, but you, where it's at? You called to give me a piece of your mind, remember? All these fucking games. What happened to her being sleep deprived? She not sleep deprived tonight? Always talking about the gang stalkers of forced diarrhea in her. Bitch, stop overdosing on activated charcoal and fucking, what's that other one? Damn, it slipped my mind. And China's walking in, so I got distracted. It really fucking slipped my mind. Activated charcoal. What else she said? That other one that looked like diatomaceous earth. That diatomaceous earth and fucking activated charcoal. Stop overdosing on that shit. And you'll stop shitting on yourself. And like I said, partially that shit, it's a fucking hereditary thing. I'm gonna say it. What, 2 times this week, China? 2 times this week I had an incident where I got up to try to go to the bathroom and didn't quite make it.
Right.
Because
Right.
it was on the floor and you got on Pippa.
Yeah.
And because you thought it was her that pissed on the floor. And I was like, no, it was me.
Yeah.
So I've been back to having those issues again. The shit runs in the fucking family. Incontinence or whatever you call that shit. But on top of that shit, like some of the shit she said the gang stalkers do, some of that shit I go through. And I've said that in my previous videos. I've had issues in the past. What was it, China? Like my early 30s or late 20s where they had me wearing diapers?
Yeah.
And I stopped wearing them because I couldn't even fit them?
Right.
That was like around the time my mama died.
Yeah.
So my mama died.
Yeah.
And when I was talking to my little brother, found out he got the same issues. I'm like, oh shit. Maybe this shit runs in the family. That ain't a fucking gang stalking thing. What other thing she's talking about? But her, aside from that, doing it this long, that often, it's because she fucking overdosing on that fucking activated charcoal. She's taking too much of that activated charcoal. And then saying the gang stalkers. And then that time she sat there and fucking showed y'all her, that video still probably up. Sat there and showed y'all, it didn't even look like diarrhea. It looked like just regular doo-doo. Uploaded that video on YouTube and then made a follow-up video saying anybody got a problem with that video, they can just take the doo-doo out the toilet and eat it. What? So, I mean, yeah, that's something I'm going to have to talk to my doctor about if it can, persist. But it ain't the first time I went through it. But some of the stuff that she claims that is gang stalking is not gang stalking. It's shit's hereditary. Now all of a sudden, she's saying that the perps, you know how that make me feel? That fucking hurt my feelings. She calls me a perp. That's like calling me a broad. Like that and Dexter really fucking gets my blood going. You know what I'm saying? It really fucking makes my blood boil. It do. It's really hurtful. And even more so, a gang stalker? Bitch, I'm your sister. I ain't no motherfucking gang stalker. I'm your sister. That me and you just have our disagreements or just simply fucking don't get along. But I like these games you playing. Sitting there talking about you want to give me a piece of your mind. You ain't called yet, so I'm like, fuck it, I'm going to call you. And you blocked me. You a joke. You are a joke. And then you say in the rest of the video, okay, well, now look at the date on that screenshot of my last video. March 6th. You've been talking to this person since, well, that message was March 6th, right? Or was it June 3rd? Okay, whatever. If it's March 6th, you wasn't working March 6th, which means you lied to that individual. So now you say you're getting a ticket to work, so now they taking that money out because you getting a ticket to work. And then you working, and you know from what you said on that video, you know damn good and well, them people giving you too many hours.
Exactly.
They gonna cut your shit.
Keep lying, yeah. Don't catch up with you and you're gonna regret.
Because you said something about you gonna be bringing in 2,000 or whatever like that, and so you still gonna have to beg on the street or whatever like that to get money. You only allowed to make 1,000 and something a month, so you still trying to find a way to cheat the system. Like I said, from what you doing, you better off just going live on Facebook like everybody else. Just sit there, chill like this, and say send money to the Cash App.
That's it.
I'm not saying shit. I'm not talking. Just send some money to the Cash App. And some people just get up and dance. They'll be like, dance or whatever like that. Some people, they'll get up and dance. And dance for that little bit of change. But all this fuck shit you doing, it's gonna catch back on you, man. And the way you tried to play me, like I'm a bad mother, I'm a deadbeat mother, I'm a deadbeat sister and all like this. How I'm gonna be a good sister when you keep pushing me away? I'm a deadbeat sister now because you've been a deadbeat sister. You a good sister? Dwayne told me to kill her. Why would I lie about something like that? Why would I lie about the nurses? Why would I lie about the nurses in the fucking hospital telling me that you and him was plotting that shit? And I'm sitting there arguing with the nurses. Bitch, they was about to take my ass to jail too, talking about I'm a fucking accessory.
Hello.
You know how heated I was? That shit you put me through was unfair. Why they didn't take your ass to jail, I don't fucking know. But they sure put Dwayne in handcuffs. And if I'm not mistaken, they had you in handcuffs at first. Then they realized your ass had a problem. They put Dwayne in handcuffs. I started to lose my shit. You know why they put Dwayne in handcuffs? Because you told them that Dwayne told you to kill my daughter. But I'm a deadbeat sister. But you know what's fucked up? I still talk to you. Talking about some, oh, when I get mad at you, I don't talk to you for years. Look at this shit you do. You lucky I talk to you at all.
Hello.
I give you the money to go and fucking get my marriage license and my fucking birth certificate and shit, because my husband's trying to keep me from driving, and I'm like, fuck, you telling everybody I'm not taking care of my kids and all this dumb shit. Guess what, bitch? I needed you to help me to get my driver's license because you was down there in New Orleans. I mean, not my driver's license, my marriage license and my birth certificate, so that I can get my own fucking driver's license, because I had a car, so that I can be taking my children back and forth to their fucking doctor's appointments.
And you went and did what?
She fucking cut the money. Talking about some she felt like I didn't deserve to be married.
That ain't your call, Candy. That ain't your call at all. That was not your call. That was not
And I
your
told you,
call.
I said, it's not even about that. It's because this ignorant ass nigga kept locking us in the fucking house and shit, taking off with the cars, running off with women and shit. And to me, I'm like, no. Even as a young person, I knew I had shit to do. I was somewhat level-headed at that time. I had priorities. I needed to get my children back and forth to the doctor, like my daughter. My husband was pissed. He had the audacity to be pissed because he had to take off of work, in which if he was even working had to work that fucking day, so that he can fucking, I needed him to take me so my daughter can get her eye surgery. The emotions I felt when they fucking gave her the anesthesia and she's having like the laughing gas, and then she falls out, and then they telling me I gotta walk out the room. The fucking emotions, like, this is my firstborn, This is the first time I got to deal with a child having surgery. Then I'm flashing back to when I had to have, eye surgery at a young age. Like, that's emotional for somebody to deal with their child. But you online telling these motherfuckers I don't care about my children, and then want to make a dumbass video talking about some. I do want to reconcile, but then in between time you sitting there dry throwing shade and shit. Bitch, you need to be slapped up, and that's why I say that shit. But when their birthdays came around this year, you didn't acknowledge none of their birthdays, and you still won't. But on that particular day, you went to talk about Ivan's birthday. You went to say that was a Masonic ritual day. But you want to tell me you're not gone in the head? It's hard to treat you like a stranger, but apparently you got me off as a stranger. I'm a perp.
Right.
I'm a perp?
Sad.
I'm probably one of the only motherfuckers in the family that give a fuck about you. I be having emotional roller coasters about this shit because you homeless and I do want to help you. Yes, you did do fucked up shit, do fucked up shit to me, but I'll be praying about you to get out of the situation you in. But it seems like every time somebody trying to help you get out of the situation, you find some kind of way to fucking start an argument with them. And then you call yourself trying to expose a fake T.I. and all this shit. You the only fake person. Because like I said, it seems like every time somebody trying to help you to get out your situation or try to help you give you advice to get out your situation, you find some kind of way to create an argument with them.
There you go. Sabotage your own shit.
And that's on purpose.
Heartbreaking.
And then she keep telling everybody a hurricane's coming. This hurricane's coming. Where the hurricane at? You the hurricane.